I've been thinking about it and I want to try to cut junk food for 30 days. So I have such a sweet tooth that I love chips, potato chips, and any sweets. And I love bubble tea. I don't know bubble tea considered junk food. And to be honest, I don't know what junk food is. Just I think of junk food is like a process, like a buy from the grocery store, like a package doesn't go bad kind of thing that I think of junk food. So if I make it, for example, potato chips, maybe not junk food. If I make bubble tea, it's not junk food. If I make cake, maybe not junk food. So to be honest, junk food is just such a broad noun that I cannot identify what junk food is. So I'm gonna Google it to see what junk food is. So I Google it and show it I just type it what junk food is and AI Google said junk food refers to food that in high in calories and low in nutritional value, often containing large amount of sugar, salt, and unhealthy fat. Key characteristic: low in nutrition, high in empty calories, processed food. That's what I thought about processed food. Oh yeah, sugar drinks like soda and juice, pastry and dessert, which is definitely me, processed meat and cheese. Fast food like burgers, fries, and pizza. And showing us pictures that like a popcorn. Popcorn I love. I don't think junk food though. What is the definition of junk food? Yeah, it's easy to get too much of potato chips, candy, soft drinks, and often considered junk food. So junk food is such a broad name, broad word for it. So I would like to go with consider myself personal reference junk food is store-bought. I'm not saying Grubhub or restaurant. I don't consider that's junk food. Juice, I think that's also broad. It's like homemade juice. I think that's tasty. I don't think that's junk food either. Maybe store-bought package that maybe it is not perishable. Maybe consider junk food. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to be on keto diet, so no sugar at all. I don't think that's not junk food at all. I think sugar is important, like carbs, rice, pasta, bread, potato, carbs, sweet potato. Carbs is important and I consider as a sugar, which also important. And the fruits, I don't think fruits is junk food either. So I would like to go with 30 days, no junk food. Really definition of junk food is store-bought. So as long as I make maybe like a mini cake, cupcake, I don't consider that's junk food. And ingredients is the way I think healthier. I don't think that's junk food either. So when I want to eat sweet stuff because such a sweet tooth, then probably I eat like a homemade, I made from scratch type of like a mini cupcake or pudding and maybe bagel, those type of like a cake look that I make. And bubble tea, maybe as long as homemade is okay. And probably sugar, I do consider sugar like from fruits or whole foods. I don't consider that junk food either. So when I want to eat something sweet, maybe consider whole foods or like a homemade. And yeah, I think I go from there for 30 days. I have a doctor appointment. Most of the time after doctor appointment, I stop by my favorite pastry or cookie places after the appointment for reward myself because I live in city, so takes like a 45 minutes to get doctor appointment by walking distance. And then after that, I always like, oh, I walk pretty good solid, so I get cookie or whatever I want because I don't go to the Center City that often. Like I don't go to the downtown that often, so that was a something treat for myself, but that would be tough after the doctor appointment. Yeah, who doesn't like cookies, seriously? But do you think cookie is junk food? Because not whole foods or too much sugar in there? If I make it, it's not. Maybe it's not junk food? Or seriously, like, I don't know what junk food is, to be honest. What is unhealthy or healthy? Because that's too much information, and then I think a lot of gray zone what's healthy or unhealthy. I used to think, oh, potato chips is bad or chocolate is bad. I don't think that way anymore. I don't associate that food is bad or like a sweet is bad. I think it's just something for moderation, as long as if you keep it certain amount, you don't eat snack as a food or just snack as a snack portion. I don't consider that's unhealthy unless you're eating healthy food for, crazy amount of food. I think it was so unhealthy as well. So I don't think that's unhealthy. But anyway, this is a challenge, so I want to try it out. And then that would be tough for me, passing those cookie places. Probably I try my best not to pass. Who knows? I just came back home from the doctor appointment. I passed it through my favorite cookie place. I really wanted to get it, and then of course they have the new iced tea. I really wanted to get, probably tons of sugar in there. I don't know if that's considered junk, but yeah, I still figure things out. But anyway, I stopped by and Alex, leave it. Yep, that's her favorite things to do. Sit. Good job. She loves scratching my. Oh, she loves scratching my yoga mat. That's her favorite things to do. Anyway, I got just tea. And funny part is that this tea was more expensive than soda. Honestly, eating healthy or try to eat whole foods is definitely more expensive. So I got it, and that one thing I noticed also, when I want to eat kind of feeling junk, and I just ask myself, do I want to eat junk? It means I'm hungry. And then when I want to eat meal or not, actually I'm not that hungry. That's a funny part. I think I just a missing sensation, missing feeling of missing, that I don't want to miss this cookie. But I wasn't hungry. I just want to have munch around, I guess. So after the bubble tea, that night I didn't feel good at all. I felt like a sugar rush kind of feeling, because I have been eating pretty clean, I think pretty much whole foods, and I don't feel like a sugar crush as much like I used to. Pretty much steady, and it became more sensitive to, I think, more tuning up my palate. So I became very sensitive to a processed sugary stuff. I feel after, probably if I eat it those type, I feel more of kind of stomachache, sugar rush. I don't feel good after that. I didn't sleep well that night at all after the bubble tea. So I'm not sure. I love bubble tea. Probably you know how much I love any sweets, but probably I'm going to stick with sweets from fruits or other type of, maybe, or I make my own sweet stuff maybe. But Now 2:50 p.m. Day 8. So after the lunch, I start feeling like a sugar craving. I want to have little sugar, like sweets. So I may have banana, or I'm going to have my dates and some nuts in there. That's my favorite things to do. I'm going to think about it. So this is my favorite sweets to do. The dates and walnuts. Oh, the walnuts in there. Oh, this is so good. This is gonna be my sweets. Next day morning, I am having the other half of bubble tea. It was day 19. Breakfast, I had as usual breakfast, but lunch, I went out with my family for donuts because my daughter cleaned up her room and that was the treat we got for her, the nice donuts that we love to go to. So definitely it's difficult to have no junk if donuts probably junk to certain people. I don't know. That's what going on. It's really junk or not. Anyway, I had a donuts for lunch. Multiple donuts for sure. Definitely difficult to have no junk as a mother and as a wife. The dinner, we went out to see our friends. They bought a house, they got engaged. We had a little party going on, and of course I had multiple chips, multiple bags going on too. I don't know what else. I had a little, not really alcohol, non-alcoholic beverages as well. Consider that's junk. That's about it. But definitely I ate more than usual and probably more junks than definitely more than usual. Day 21 was we had Memorial's weekend party on our neighbor. And one of the neighbors, she's so good at baking and she baked really good fresh strawberry cakes. I couldn't resist at all. I had multiple pieces. And if you consider the cake, homemade cake as junk, definitely that was worth it. So I am kind of slipping away no junks and definitely difficult to not to have junks as a mother. Day 23, I had a takoyaki I bought from Costco and all I have to do is microwave and then they had other sauce that I bought separately and then I drizzle around the Japanese sauce and then mayonnaise on the top. It was so tasty in the fat and then tasty as well. And day 26, we went to Japanese grocery store and we ordered a bunch of like a Japanese pastry, like a donuts, I think a Japanese version. It was so tasty, multiple, we share whole family. And plus, we got Japanese sweets. So this is traditional, like a azuki beans paste, tons of loaded sugar in there, and then rice cake in the It's so tasty. That's all that matters. Today is the day 30, no junk. Yes, I'm so glad I got done because I want to eat junks when I hang out with my daughter sometimes. Or hang out with friends and home parties or house parties or whatever you want to call. I tend to have junks. And why not? Why wouldn't I? And definitely I had, even though 30 days no junks, I had. That's honest. And then also get to the point for me was, what is junk? What is it? Because I was talking to my husband, same topic. Everybody has different term of healthy food. What is healthy food to you and to me are different sometimes? Or maybe mayonnaise not unhealthy to you. as long as maybe half calories, or like mayonnaise, less fat is healthy for you. Everything different. And I was saying about bubble teas, I thought it may be unhealthy because of refined sugar. And my husband said, no, this is not unhealthy. I was like, oh, okay. It's so different. And I was thinking about eating something else, like maybe chips. To me, is high fat, like excessive of. I mean, I love fatty food, but is excessive fat is considered, I thought, unhealthy. So I thought that that's unhealthy, like a junk food. And my husband said, no, it's still food though. And I was like about, as long as whole foods, it's not junk. But if you put like tons of flour and a white bread is unhealthy to some people or not, maybe define not organic is unhealthy to you. I have no clue. Seriously, what is junk to you? I seriously want to ask to everybody. And everybody's saying this is healthy muffin. Sometimes when I see it doesn't look healthy to me, and maybe healthy to you, I do not know. Yes, get to the point is unhealthy or healthy, and then what is junk and not junk is definitely like a gray zone in between. I was not able to identify. I think this is definitely individual responsibility that what works for you. Yes, 30 days, that was, to me, I thought it's so easy these days. I've been eating like whole foods these days, so I thought it wouldn't be difficult, but definitely that was difficult when I hang out or take out, try my best, but that was definitely difficult. And I'm so glad it is over. So I have guilt-free when I have little junk food around me with my family, and I don't want to be only the person like biting my tongue. So I am excited, and then this is over. I wanted to try longer, but I am not sure because I love donuts.